In the year 2028, I retired from baseball as one of the greatest Brewers of all time. This is my story. We've been in a slump for the longest time. Ever since the beginning of the season when we started off real hot, it was amazing. The fans were excited. The players were excited. But now it's turned into loss after loss after loss. And really it all started with the Oakland series, and that was the first series that we ever did of the regular season. And skating around Milwaukee, obviously because I don't really feel like getting into cars at this point in time, has made me feel more at home and made me kind of get back to my roots. Kind of made me calm down at the plate, get the bat on the ball, and just kind of focus on what I really need to do, which is help this team win. Now, obviously, there's been negative publicity all over the place. People have been saying, oh, well, here's another year of him being a cancer to this team, but I truly don't feel that way. I mean, obviously, the Chicago series, I got my first home run of the season, which was awesome. That's a huge weight off my back, and it really helped us win that game and kind of put us on track. But at the end of the day, it's not about what I do; it's about what the team does. And if the team can get it done, if the team can rally and kind of put a good month together, then we should be set. But if they can't, and if we can't focus on winning, then we're going to be in a big hole where it's going to have a lot of motivation to climb out of it. With the stuff that we've done before, at the end of the day, it's stuff that I really don't want to do. We want to have a cushion and we want to start off strong, but it's not working out so far. So going into the series against the Cincinnati Reds, it's huge. It's a rival, and it's a turning point for the beginning of the season. Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Reds play. Been our rival for the longest time. We've been fighting with them for years and years. And now, in this turning point of a game, we go up against arguably their second best pitcher, which is Bronson Arroyo. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that, we definitely have to take lightly. He's had a pretty good season so far. Obviously, he has one win. His ERA is a little bit high, so hopefully we can jump on him early and give a cushion to our pitcher. But one thing that is very notable is I'm actually batting second in the lineup today, which is awesome. I can try to be that spark plug, something that we need, and hopefully get Ryan Braun going, who's had a not very good start to the year, as well as Aramis Ramirez, who's had a great start, and hopefully we can get some offense, like I said, and get things going. So, first at bat of the game in the first with no outs. Already a double, and I take the first pitch low and away for ball one. Again, in this season, I'm really starting to take more pitches, trying to work the count and away from my pitch. So on a 1-0 count, the pitch delivers, and that one is outside. Should have been called a ball, but it wasn't. So it's 1-1 on that slider on the corner. So now, again, I'm looking for something inside. He gives me a curveball inside. I jump on it, but unfortunately, I'm just a little bit late on it, and it's going to be a foul ball. So now I'm behind 1-2. Bronson Arroyo has a nasty slider. He throws that slider, I jump on it, I get a base hit, and I actually get an RBI. So I get the first RBI of the game, first run of the game, and I get a single. So we jump out to a 1-0 lead in the first with no outs, and now the star of our team, Ryan Braun, come at the plate, looking to drive me in. And on a full count, Ryan Braun, who hasn't really had that much patience on the plate this year, is going to take this pitch and get walked. I'm going to end up at second base. He's going to end up at first base. And now we got some cooking here. Unfortunately, though, nothing happens and we are down to our last out. But this guy is going to hit a ball into the outfield. I'm going to be able to score clutch hitting. And Ryan Braun is going to advance to third. So we are now up 2-0 on Bronson Arroyo and the Cincinnati Reds. Like I said, this is a game where we need to turn around. We need to get our offense going. We need to get our pitching going. We need to get some wins. We cannot go down in a big hole and have to dig ourselves out of it. We were able to do that last year, but we can't count on other teams falling down in clutch time for us to get stuff done. Here, another bad situation in the second. Guy on first and second with only one out. Bronson Arroyo still on the mound and looking for my second hit of the game. This one is low and away, and unfortunately I ground right to second baseman. There's nothing. This 70 overall speed, able to leg that out. So for some reason, that was actually scored a fielder's choice. But whatever. So 2 outs, and that is strike 3. So unfortunately, we don't get any runs in that, and it stays 2-0. Fielding situation here, looking for something easy, looking for something that I can just kind of play with here with no outs in the second inning. First, time this game fielding, and this one's going to be a ground ball. It's going to range over, pick this one up in my hand, fire at the first for the first out in the second. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Another batting situation in the fourth inning. We are now up 3-0, no outs. This is what I like, though. I really like being in a situation where I can kind of, start the roller coaster. Really be the spark of this team. Take some pitches, get on base, because that's something that I have been doing this season. And again, I can get in front of the power hitters like Ryan Braun and Aramis Ramirez. So, on a 1-0 count, this one is going to be hit high, but unfortunately, I don't get anything on it, and it's just going to be a fly ball to the center fielder for the first out in the fourth. Fielding situation here in the fifth inning with no outs and an 0-2 count. Now, here you would think that he would be able to strike him out, but unfortunately he does not, and this is going to be a ground ball right to me. And I'm going to pick it up, fire at the first with a little bit of style for the first out of the fifth, and we're just cruising along here. Jump to the sixth inning with no outs, a 1-2 count. Looking on me to get the first out again, and this one is fired right up the middle, but I'm able to really range over, get the ball, and fire it first for the first out in the sixth. Jump to the seventh now. Hitting situation. No outs. And we actually have a leak on the mound. And I'm looking to, again, create some offense. This one high inside, and I'm able to lace this one to the outfield, and it's going to get down for a gapper. I'm going to be able to get to second. Don't have to slide because the ball is offline. So, again, able to get some going here in the seventh. I mean, if they would just keep me at the number 2 spot in the lineup, then maybe our offense could get a little bit of a spark. Like I've been saying this whole video, this one's going to be laced into the gap once again. I'm going to be able to score right behind me is Ryan Braun for another run, and we have blown this game wide open. But, again, hey, like I've been saying, this is a statement game. This is exactly what Aramis Ramirez has been doing for the whole season. And if Ryan Braun can get on base, if I can get on base, we can score a ton of runs, and I'm not even worried at this point. This is a test for us, and we definitely passed this test. In the bottom of that exact inning, the seventh, is a fielding situation, 6-0. We are cruising. This one's going to be grounded right to me, able to pick it up and just toss it over to first. No big deal. Nothing. Hitting situation here in the eighth with no outs. And one thing that I can say about that second is you definitely get a lot more opportunities to play in big situations. Whether you are going up against a pitcher when there's no outs, usually when I was down the lineup, there are already 2 outs in the inning. Now, in this game at least, I've been coming up and there's been no outs in the inning, and that's a huge difference. Huge difference. All right, 1-1 count, guy on first. Looking for something outside. This one's going to be low and a little bit outside. Curveball in the dirt that I swing at. Again, got to get my mind right. Got to step out of the box a little bit and get everything down together. 1-2 count. And he gets me with the curveball. He knows my weakness, apparently. Curveballs, don't even try to hit them. There it is, impossible to hit. Eighth inning with 1 out. Fielding situation. This one's going to be up the middle again. They like trying to get that up the middle, but with this range and that arm, ain't going to be working. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Now we move on to the 9th inning. 1 out. Looking to put this one to bed. And this one up the middle. Go to second base. There's one. Fire to first for the double play, but unfortunately not able to get there in time. And we only get 1. But hey, you know what? Teammates pick up the slack with the strikeout to end the game, and we end up winning this. But I guess there was no doubt when you're up 6-0 in the 9th. But hey, you know what? A little bit of suspense never hurt anyone. I do have a pretty good game, which I really desperately needed. And we can use this as a stepping stone, move on, close out the month on a excellent note.